Greg, thank you for
Brothers.
having us, brother.
No, thank you.
This is fun stuff, man. I was looking forward to this for a very long time.
Nap, chill, and mind of a mogul meet. So yeah, Mike, I know
Bring
you've
one.
dealt with numerous rough occasions or rough spans in your life, and you've always been able to overcome. And why do you think that is?
I think we can't control the weather. You can't control when you're going to die. But the one thing that you can control is your mind. And for me, that has been pivotal in being able to get through what I've been through. The mindset that I've had, for me to say that it was anything else other than being fixated on, look, you're going through a hard time. What are you going to do? You're either going to fall, you're going to die, you're going to give up. And then what happens?
Yeah,
Tell
no,
me.
I've seen you do numerous things throughout your life with picking yourself back up, which includes, the real estate, the trying new things, the trying what we're doing now. You've always been able to improvise, adapt, and overcome, which is what I was taught in fire school many years ago.
Yeah.
That was their saying. You got to improvise, adapt, and overcome.
Yeah. Adapt, improvise, and overcome. And more importantly, feeling like you belong, I think is important. You see a lot of athletes after they retire, they head into retirement. During that retirement phase, they feel like they're not significant anymore. Where's their real value? They spent years training, getting up early, dieting, eating right, exercise, working towards something. When I fought, I trained boxing for years. And at 47 years old, I decided to take a fight. I fought a 24-year-old kid.
Wow.
And I got a lot of calls from my buddies in New York telling me, bro, I'm sitting here preparing for retirement. I'm like
You're
three
going
quarters
back
dead.
into the ring.
Yeah, they're like three. They're saying to me, they're like 3/4 dead, and you're stepping into a ring with a 24-year-old kid. Thank you for that, because it gave me
It's
a new
encouragement,
perspective. Yeah, it gave me a new perspective. Like, here I am thinking I'm at the tail end, and you're here, just beginning, starting new things. I am done unless I'm working towards something. Greg, Brian, I'm done. If
I've
I'm
seen
not
it.
working towards something, getting in better shape, training for a boxing match, starting a podcast, delivering content, being of value, whether it's through my sales course, real estate course, whatever, I have to feel productive, or I'm not okay.
But I think it's not easy going into that stage in your life. You're thinking about all these things that you wanted to accomplish. For instance, I think we all wanted to be a millionaire by the age of 24. Now that we're going into age, like, do you feel like we could have done things differently, or can we still do things right now?
You can
to-
still you can do things differently now to get to a better spot where you were, and you could use the mistakes that you've made to
Right.
catapult yourself there faster.
Right.
I feel like I can tell somebody everything that I've done wrong so that they don't make the same mistakes. I can teach you so many bad decisions that the only thing left is the good decisions and the good choices. Because I've made every bad choice you could possibly make. And I ended up in the worst spot you could possibly be in. But I've always come out on top like a lotus flower. Like a lotus flower. They start in the mud. They start in the depths of hell, and they grow to be this beautiful flower. And by the way, I have a lotus flower right here. So
Yeah.
Nice.
No,
Symbolic.
show that again. Show that again. Let me just. Oh, nice.
One of many tattoos that you have, Mike.
yeah, one of many. One of many we can't show right now.
But I think we're at a stage in our life. I think, do we press the pedal and go full throttle, or do we slow down?
What else are you going to do?
Do we slow down?
What else are you gonna do?
I don't know.
You definitely don't slow down. Why would you slow down?
No, just thinking about it, because a lot of my friends, they're at a stage where all right, I'm vacationing. It's time for my 401k to pay out. I'm not investing as much as I should, because I'm at a stage in my life. I just want to have fun with my family. I just want to see my kids.
You want capital preservation,
Exactly.
which is one thing.
Right.
I'm not taking chances. I'm not throwing 5,000 on a blackjack hand anymore. I'm not taking those chances. So
Right. It's not
I'm
the
more
same.
calculated. So is that slowing down? No, I'm calculated because I learned that I can't put 5,000 a hand on blackjack because there's a good chance I'm going to lose, right? And even if I win, I'm going to lose it back anyway, 10 times over.
Well, your problem with that was you could win and it was never enough. You know, if you go bet 5,000 on one hand and you win, you should just get up and leave. You start with 5, now you have 10.
Yes.
You've doubled your money, you get up and leave. Where Mike wanted to break
That's a
the casino.
professional speaker.
Well, hold on. That mentality is a blessing and a curse
Absolutely.
because
good
for
for
me,
business.
it's good for business. And if I channel that instead of going to the casino and saying, I want to turn 1,000 into 5,000 and then I'll leave, I'm never going to leave. I want the 1,000 to 5,000 and the 5,000 into 15,000, 15 into 20. But no, I channel that into business. I don't just want a construction company, which I have now, a successful construction company. I want to flip real estate, which I'm flipping real estate. I want to start a podcast. I want to do productive things, right, to get ahead.
Yeah.
That's not slowing down. That's being more calculated at what it is that I'm doing. And everything's funneling back to one thing, and that's sharing what I've learned, what I've been through, and hopefully I can add value to somebody's life, and they look at me and say, wow, if this guy can do it,
I can do it.
I can do it. How do you feel about that?
Well, I know the one funny story was that, many years ago.
Here we go. I know this one
I
already.
was
It's a
walking through,
story.
I was walking through the casino, and the baccarat table, I see it's closed. It's waiting for its private guest to arrive. And so I walk around the casino a little while longer, and I didn't know Mike was at the casino at this particular time. But I walked back by again, and who was the craps table? The baccarat table closed down for? My man Mike Mondelli. He had his own private baccarat
No
table
way.
at the Greek
Man,
casino.
I got to tell you, though. I mean, as bad as it was,
No way.
Brian, it was a good time.
Listen, I
Wait,
saw you
we're
have
talking
fun.
about how far back?
This
How-
is
I mean,
15 years ago?
Yeah,
15
Yeah.
years ago.
Yeah, Mike was throwing it in. Like, he was making it fast and he was spending it fast. And that's the good thing about Mike. He's always been able to create more. So if you had what he had, probably losing those, he'd probably be, another couple $100,000.
I've been forced to sell businesses prematurely, exit businesses prematurely, where I would have, I don't know, I would have maybe been complacent, maybe took the pedal off the metal a little bit. But my personality is full speed ahead. Like, and if that full speed ahead doesn't look like productivity, imparting real value into somebody's life, then that full speed ahead becomes dangerous and it becomes a crash course for disaster. And I was on a crash course for disaster
Preach.
for a lot of years. A lot of years.
Wow. Real estate route?
Well-
Buying and flipping? Or do you think investing is probably the best way right now? What do you think?
I think that the best way to do anything is balance. Life in balance, investing in balance. And I think it's important to be diversified in real estate, stocks, mutual funds, long-term investments, annuities, things
Makes
like
sense.
that. I'm not a financial advisor by any means, but I can tell you that if you want to buy real estate, then buy real estate. Don't try to time it. You're never going to be able to time a market. Never going to be able to find out when the best time to get into it is. The best time to buy real estate is now. And the best time to keep real estate is forever. So here's the thing. I owned, before the crash, I owned $15 million in real estate. And then the market crashed and we were left holding the bag.
Was
And
that
then
you and your dad, Mike?
That was with my dad, yeah. And then in 2010, 2009, 2010, I started building up my portfolio again. And then I ended up selling a lot of property in 2015. Again, exited too soon. I didn't take my own advice. I'm talking here like buy real estate, hold it, pay off the mortgage, borrow against it, buy more, collateralize the real estate, leverage the real estate and just keep buying. Don't time it. Buy rental property, buy good things. You got to find good deals. It's not just, don't go overpay. I'm not going to buy a house in here for $3 million. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I think this is amazing that we're sitting here getting value from what you're saying, because there's a huge opportunity, because there's people that are sitting on cash and they don't even know what to do with it.
Yeah.
Should I buy a property? Should I invest? Like you spitting value right now, letting us know, exactly what to do. This is amazing, because I think people are just watching this right now, they can learn and gain value.
If I
I think
had-
one of Mike's best things I ever seen him create was he invested or created a treatment center. I mean, the guy did it all on his own. Got the license, got the place up and running.
Wow.
I think that's one of the mistakes he was talking about. Maybe he
Yeah,
sold that
100%.
prematurely with other things he had to take care of. But the fact that he was able to get all that done, I mean, I was there, I witnessed it, I saw it from the ground up, and I could not believe that Mike Mondelli was able to do that, get the proper license, and start a treatment facility for people that were having, drug addiction problems.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Pretty crazy.
It was,
That was in Lantana, Delray Beach.
you're exactly right. Lantana.
Yeah.
And you're right. The exit was too soon. It was something I built from the ground up. I did owner financing on the property. Put all my own money, raised some money for rehabbing the property, and then, it was a tough business. It was.
But it's a process.
I think it was a process.
You learn
And
so much from
exactly.
this.
We don't learn by the wins. We learn by the failures, right? When the wins come, you don't really appreciate it in the moment until you really. I appreciate the wins so much now because I've failed so many times, right? My mentality is different. Although my personality affords me, like I said, blessing and a curse to put the gas pedal down, and sometimes I'm on a crash course. Not anymore. I could tell you with the utmost certainty, I don't walk into a casino now and I don't put $1 down on anything. I don't bet on sports. I don't do anything as it pertains to gambling. But if it, by chance I play $1 lotto ticket and I win the lottery, that money is never going to see another gambling opportunity.
Yeah.
Never. Because I understand what it's like to lose. I know the feeling of loss. Man, I tell you, leaving that casino, he'll tell you, because I used to call him. Every time I lost, Brian, I fucking did it. I hate myself.
I was-
I would rather get dragged by the bumper on the ride home than deal with the pain of like draining my account. Because most of the time, 90% of the time I go in, I'd be up at some point. I'd be up. Start with $2,000, I'd be up to 4,000 or 5,000. Never enough. So not only do I lose the money
That you're up.
that I'm up, I lost the money that I came with, and then I dipped into credit cards. I dipped into my bank. I asked somebody to borrow money. Disaster. Anyway, that is like over. But
I remember those calls when you would call me after I was up 6, 7, 8,000. I went bought in for 2. I go, well, why didn't you leave? It wasn't enough. I needed more. And then
that's
I
one thing
lost
about
all
Brian. He
that.
was disciplined. He was good. I don't know. I've seen him gamble, and he would say all in with 20, 30,000 on the table. But for by and large, I think you were disciplined. You knew when to get up.
One
yeah.
thing that really stuck with me is you understood what it means to lose.
Yeah.
So you don't want to go back there. So that's
No,
that's
A
no,
lot,
but-
of, a lot of people say winning is fun, but there's no feeling like losing either. Like some people get off on the losing as well. Like it's a rush. It's an adrenaline junkies can't winning or losing. It's like winning is sometimes fun, and then you lose, and it's like you don't even realize what you lost. You just lost. You could lost a car. You could just bought a car with. Yeah, they say the more time you give the casino, the more you're going to lose over time. Now, if you can hit and run and you make a couple bets and you win, you just got to walk. You have to walk with the profit. They want you there for time, and their 1 or 2% favorite is going to catch up to you sooner or later. When you're playing the house games, anyways. Poker is a different aspect. You can run good or bad at that as well. But I've run very well in poker, and I've run very bad in poker. But the table games in the casino, if you sit there long enough, they are going to clip you sooner or later.
yeah.
Yes.
And usually when they clip you, you can't stop. They have you, and you're chasing your money. Mike did a podcast with our buddy Alan, who was a professional gambler, very good. And I've never seen a guy who was willing to bet so much on a sporting game. But if he was playing blackjack and got down 5,000 or 10,000, there was a number, he was going to walk, and he could lose.
That is somebody who has made a living gambling, and he understands that. I can't
knows.
pay my electric bill unless I'm disciplined, and he's made that decision and that choice in his head to say
He would just walk. That was amazing to me. I'm like, this guy's, this 10,000 is not affecting his day. But if he got down a number, he had a number in his mind. If he was down that number, he was going to walk. And if he got up a number that he wanted to be up, let's say he was in for 10 and he had 20 in front of him, he was going to walk.
Yeah.
As soon as he doubled his money. Like, very, very disciplined. And a lot of
disciplined, and I have respect for guys that are disciplined.
very
in
hard.
gambling.
Very hard
Yeah.
to do.
Yeah.
Because I've thought that I could do that, and I just can't.
So quick money. Let's say you made very quickly 50, 60 G's. What do you do with that money right now? What's your suggestion, recommendation? Stock market, down payment into a house. Do you put in a pool into your backyard? I don't know.
That's not gonna cover the
Increase
pool
the
these days.
equity. I don't know.
I mean,
Like,
yeah,
What
it's-
do you do?
It's a
You
good
made a
question.
good point. You one of the things you can do to increase the equity in your home, right? If you have an outdated kitchen, if you don't have a pool, if your bathrooms are outdated, you upgrade your house, and with $50,000, you can do 2 bathrooms and maybe a kitchen, and you've increased the value of your house by 80, 90, 100,000, right?
Right.
That's one of the things you could do. Or put a down payment on a duplex, a fourplex, or you can go invest in a flip. You know, you buy a house
Risk
that's
it.
risk it. You buy a house that's worth 600,000 after repaired value. You find it, you buy it for 400, you put 30, 40,000 into it, hold it for a couple months, you flip it, you make 50, 60,000 on that 60,000.
Quick
And
question.
you flip
for
that
you.
a couple times a year.
So we're looking to do our windows.
Mm-hmm.
So the invoice is somewhere around $30,000.
That seems cheap.
Very cheap. So we're
not
doing
bad.
doors, including windows. So do we do a home equity line of credit,
You're increasing the value of your house right there.
or do we put it on a credit card? What do you think is the best alternative, like the best route to go about funding that 30,000?
The best thing to do is pay for it cash and be done with it.
Wow. Most of us don't have that kind of money.
Yeah, you just said you wanted the casino.
Probably Brian.
Just-
I
yeah,
know.
no,
I know.
no.
Probably
But
Brian.
Greg, you
Just
just
send Mike to the
I know
Here, give me
baccarat
five.
table.
Give me 5,000. I'll put it.
He'll have it for you in 6 hours.
I know Brian probably have that kind of
No, I
money.
do not
but
have
we,
that kind
we
of
don't
money.
have
I do not.
30,000 to put cash. We did win something, but that's probably it's
Not enough. Not going to cover.
Not enough to cover.
Depending on, I don't know what
You're
kind of
right.
loan you have on your house now, but a HELOC wouldn't be a bad idea. Wouldn't be a terrible idea. Take a home equity line of credit.
yeah,
Yeah, I don't think the credit card is the way to go. Like with the interest
Yeah.
rates.
yeah. Interest rates were last time we checked is probably around 23%.
Oh my
There's a
That's-
lot of
that's
there's a lot of construction companies, window companies alike that offer financing. Get financing through them and just pay it off as best as you can, right?
Yeah.
Finance it, pay it off. You know,
Well, we used to see in our neighborhood the house would go up and be sold in a couple months. Now we see some that are sitting and
staying on the market longer.
or even pull themselves off the market, waiting for it to to rebound. Hopefully, if it is, they're still going
interest
for
rates to adjust, things like that.
they're still going for decent money in this area. But we have seen I think a steady where they're not selling as fast.
I know. Back in the days, you would buy something for 300,000-400,000 and then sell it for 600.
Yeah.
Now I don't think it's.
Well,
it's the
they're paying,
case.
you're paying 900 for it now, and it's
Yeah.
worth 920. If it's worth the 920, it's not going to be worth what you're paying for right now.
Yeah, we hit a huge expansion in the economic cycle, and we hit the expansion phase, and everything was just shooting up, and everybody looked like a genius,
Yeah.
right? Like I bought it for 100, I sold it for 300. 3 months later,
Yeah.
of course, that's the way the
But that's
market
back
was
when they
going.
were giving, you made 30,000 a year, you could get a mortgage on a $600,000 house.
Yeah,
All the
no, I'm
mortgage
saying
brokers were killing you, too.
I'm saying recently in the last 3 years,
Yeah.
like consistently went up.
Consistently, yeah. It's,
COVID came, and everybody wants to scatter out of wherever they were and come to Florida, right?
The free state.
Yeah, the free state. That's the point. I think if you're not trying to impart something positive along the way, along your journey, then what are you really doing? Right? I mean, I'm not saying that everybody has to make a living or speak on a podcast. Some people aren't comfortable. They don't have the whatever to do it. But in some way, size, shape, or form, impart something positive on the world, whether it's you're doing something good in your community,
Right.
raising good kids to be productive members of society. And I think that that's important. And I love doing what I'm doing now.
Yeah. I think learning from us, like if the more we can spit game and tell
know,
them exactly what to do,
Let me tell you
it's
something.
important.
I know my son doesn't know anything about money. You know how I know? Because he'll call me and say, Dad, I need $25 for this game I'm doing. I'm playing a game. I need $25. I'll pay you back. I say, okay, Maddox, no problem. I send him the $25. I go to his room. I say, Maddox, give me the 25. He goes, what do you mean? I said, you told me you pay me back. Where's my money?
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, he's lost.
Yeah. He doesn't
Because
have-
20, and I know he's got, because he saves money, he does odd jobs, he works. I know he's got the money, but you don't realize when you have to
it
give it
back.
out. Yeah.
It's like a credit card.
Yeah.
And good thing you're paying it back with 0 interest.
Yeah.
But
It's
imagine
daddy's credit card.
It's a it's
Oh, I'm
daddy's
I'm
credit
charging
card.
the money. Next
You
time he's
are
paying
charging.
interest.
Yeah, you gotta, that way he'll learn.
Spoiled.
One
fuck.
thing, one thing I'll say about Greg and Mike both know my son, but he is the ultimate hustler.
Yeah.
Preston's 18 years
Oh,
old.
yeah.
He started
I
cutting
like
hair on his
that.
own.
He's
I like
doing
that.
well.
He's got his life insurance license. You know, he is, and he works. He'll go there from 9 and sell till 9 o'clock at night. Then he'll come home and cut hair. Then he's going.
Where
to the
does he
gym.
get that hustle from, Bri?
I don't know. Maybe from my dad.
Come on,
my dad
bro.
was working 90 hours a week at Publix. Maybe that came all from him. But man, then he doesn't sleep. Then he's making all kinds of noises in the kitchen. Everyone's trying to sleep. It's 12 o'clock. He's making whatever he's making in the kitchen.
While
Driving us
still
all
going
nuts.
to the he managed to go to the gym.
He goes to the gym. He's he's.
and a wrestler. So
Yeah,
You
just
support that.
give
you
him
don't give him a
credit.
hard time for cooking in the kitchen.
I don't like the cooking late at night. I don't care if he eats. Just don't get the pots
Same.
and pans out. Like,
Same.
go make yourself some cereal or some. You know, he wants all this protein. He's a protein junkie. You know, he's a psycho, but he's
That's
a
good.
hardworking kid. He really.
That's
I
good.
don't see many kids that have the. And he's money hungry. Like, and he likes nice things, man. He's buying himself $8 shoes.
See,
and I'm
but
like,
see,
what are
but
you
the
doing?
thing is, we can have Preston sit right here in this chair and tell us what he does every day on a daily basis, from the time he wakes up, for the time he goes to bed, and there's a 17-year-old kid watching him that's going to get value out of what
Exactly
he
what
has
I'm
to
saying.
say. That's what I'm
Yeah.
talking about,
And that's what
you
we
need to
wanna
encourage
do.
him to do.
Yeah.
Those things right there are going to make a difference in people's lives. I put up a video, and I got 500,000 views on it. The first video I put up, and I said, "This is great," because I get direct messages. That was amazing. I learned a lot. Oh my God, can you tell me more? And I just started putting up more videos and more traction and more engagement, and it makes you feel good that you're able to. And you, by you
That's what
saying,
life
"Guys,
is
I'm
all
learning a lot."
about.
Yeah,
I mean, you can learn a lot. I mean, I learn a lot from Greg right here, just from his setup and
Yeah.
what he does and where the cameras are and what angle it's taken.
I respect this a lot.
Dude,
There's no way I have the patience to do any of this. I look at this and I get anxiety how perfect everything is. But I gotta,
No, but
I gotta learn something from that.
I think it all goes back to what you guys are saying. It's not about me. It's not about the setup, but it's more about how are we educating the next generation.
Yeah.
Because these guys are gonna take care of us. You know, one day we're gonna.
Did you ever hear the saying?
What
Sorry to
saying?
interrupt you.
No, it's all good.
If you look at a man the way he is, he becomes worse. If you look at him by what he can become, he becomes great.
Oof.
You ever hear that?
Wait.
And I
wait,
think that-
say that again. Just go back.
If you look at a man the way he is, he becomes worse. But if you look at him as if where he could be, then he becomes where he should be.
Yeah, that's
That
makes
goes back to the
total
old
sense.
statement of like, don't talk negatively about yourself to other people, or don't think negatively about yourself, because that stuff starts rubbing off. You know,
Yeah.
if you make fun of yourself for being fat, then guess what? Everyone's going to start thinking and calling you fat.
Yeah.
Right? Like you can't do that to yourself. You got to think positive thoughts to yourself
100%.
on a daily basis.
Everything that we say invokes a feeling in our body, right? So if I say, "Oh, I've been through terrible situations. I can't believe I was in prison and all this bad stuff," and then I get this feeling in my gut, I'm reliving the past in the present.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm no longer living in the present because I take my body, because my body doesn't know the difference between past or present.
Yeah.
It puts you through it again.
Exactly. It puts me there again, and I don't want to be there. So I stay
Yeah. Stay in the present.
in the present.
Yeah. Stay focused.
The
I
Joe
think
just-
Mike's wife has helped. I think your younger wife has helped you with this a lot,
yeah,
with your
Oh,
focus, and she's pretty well focused in what she's doing with the singing and all that stuff.
She's
I
helped me
think
a
she's
great
helped
deal.
you a ton.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, despite the fact she has a lot of energy, but I match that energy, and
I don't know if you can max that energy,
I'm
Mike. You're getting
competing-
older there, buddy.
No, I'm competing with that. No, I'm up at 5 a.m. Buddy.
But wait, you gotta let us know what's her handle as far as Instagram.
Sienna CG. Sienna
Sienna.
with an X, Xiana CG. No doubt.
But it's important to me. If I can close just like this, I think it's important to me when three brothers can sit down and just talk about things, because we're doing this in June right now, and which is mental health, right?
Mental health
And it's very important because a lot of us don't get to make it tomorrow.
Yeah.
And it's very important where if I can just pick up the phone and call Brian tomorrow, I pick up the phone and call Mike and say, "Hey, listen, bro."
Yeah.
I'm having a hard time. Like, what do you think? You probably went through this. What can I do? And then just to get some basic feedback, bro, you're going to do it. You're going to make it. So that's important.
Me and Mike
That's
talk like that a
very,
lot.
very important.
Like that, right? We talk, we give each other, we have a song we listen to.
Yeah.
To Live Your Life by Rihanna.
And
And I'll shoot it to him in the middle of it might be on a random day and we haven't spoken in a couple of days. And I'll pop
Yeah.
that video to him and
I hear that and I'm like, everything's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay. It's not that serious, right?
It's
not
not.
that serious.
Yeah.
There's a version inside of all of us that doesn't quit, that wants to get up in the morning, that wants to fight for something, that wants to chase something, that wants to feel a part of something and wants to give back. And that's the way I think everybody should live their lives, is getting up with that drive, with that energy that we all have inside of us, right? But sometimes life gets the best of us.
Yeah.
yeah.
It's
know what I
not
mean?
that easy.
It's not that easy. You see it in kids a lot. You know, the 16, 17 years old, they're just finding their way. Somebody said something to them at school. They may think that the girls, the cheerleaders may be prettier than them, or the guy's a better athlete than them. So they come home and they're like,
They're
I don't
down,
have, I can't
depressed.
run that fast, and they
Yeah.
get depressed. And I thought I was better than that. I thought I was prettier, but he said I was not prettier. And he said he was faster than me, and he is really faster than me. Like when I used to play basketball with Brian, I used to dunk on his ass. He was very upset about that.
Negative.
Negative. I can't even touch the net. Neither can he. We just battle under the rim.
I just bang. I'm a banger, bro.
Well, man, thank you. This is awesome. We're gonna do this.
We
more.
got to do this again.
Yeah.
We can't end this. Like, we have to do this again.
Yeah. It's the melting pot. We're the melting pot right here. That's what we are.
Yeah, I'm loving this because this is like an environment where I can easily express myself and talk about anything and everything.
Yeah.
And just knowing that there's an audience that's listening, and then they can actually learn and gain value from what we're talking about. That's just amazing.
It's pretty cool.
You know, speaking of mental health, in closing, like you said, the month of June is mental illness awareness month, and we got to be mindful of that, right, Greg?
Yeah,
Moving forward,
we got to.
be mindful of that. And
It's our duty.
and have each other's backs, and have each other's backs when you're in the grocery store. You never know what somebody's going through.
Yeah,
You're parking your car and the guy cuts you off and you want to scream at him. What if his mother just died? What if his kid just got sick with cancer? You don't know.
You don't
So
know.
treat everybody with kindness and respect, and understand that somebody may be going through something that you could never get through.
That's what life is all about.
Yeah, man.
I love it.